This is sports stuff. Betting stuff.
Ow.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. This is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff, the number one sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I'm your host, Muff. Banging it, banging it,
Ah,
banging it, banging.
Alex, the medical degenerate.
And I'm Jim, the disgruntled Ohio homer.
The funny part is you're disgruntled with a winning record.
I'm disgruntled because you, sir, have not only caught me, you have surpassed me with
Usurped the second place throne.
a hella shotgun week.
I know.
Alex made it happen this week, folks.
You may
Alex
have
made it happen.
have actually put me on tilt. I may actually chase the dragon this week.
I've done dangerous things for Jim.
That might happen.
If Nebraska was playing this week, Jim would be
Oh
betting
boy,
Nebraska.
the rule would be gone. The rule would be gone.
He would find a way. This would be the week. All right, for any new listeners, this is Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. As always, you can catch our episodes on YouTube, Sports Stuff W/Jim Ampersand Muff. You can also catch everything on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other major podcast platforms. Make sure if you get in there, you like, rate, subscribe, comment, review, retweet, like, poke, tickle. Did I miss any?
No, you did good there. I'm proud of you.
All the other touching verbs.
Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's something we're trying to push. Once we get to 100 followers, we will have a giveaway. So this week is a good week overall for the podcast of the betting world. So again, new listeners, we will go over last week's best bets. We'll talk about the college and NFL lines of this week, and then we'll get into our picks for the week. So to start out this week, we will go with the best finisher for the week as far as the record. And this week, that distinction goes to Alex.
That's me. Finally, it's been so long since I got to go first. But I was 9-4 this week. My first game was a loss, actually. I came out and lost the Miami, Ohio at UAB game. I had them at over 44.5, and there was a missed extra point. So the total was at 44 for that game. Slightly heartbreaking, but that was how it started. Next, I got a win. We had Louisville -1.5. I won Fresno State -3.5. North Texas +10.5. Southern Miss -6.5. More to come on that later. Marshall versus UConn over 40.5. And I lost the last of my college bowl games yesterday. Toledo won, but not by 4.5 points. Moving to the NFL, I lost the Ravens +2.5 at the Browns. I won Steelers +2.5 at Carolina, the Lions money line at the Jets. On a last minute dumbass mistake, move, whatever, I lost the Patriots money line at the Raiders. I won Bengals -3.5 at the Bucks, and Rams at Packers. Packers -6.5 was a W.
Indeed, it was a W. And interesting that Calais Campbell, I think, is out for next game. The man who stiff-armed Mac Jones below the surface of the earth is, I think, out next game. So I think he ran too fast. Did too many things all at once there.
Too many tries.
Too many mind. In second place this week was Jim.
Yes, that was me.
The disgruntled Ohio homer is in second place with a winning record.
I hit the Louisville -1.5 at Cincinnati, the Fresno State -3.5 at versus Washington State. I hit the Jets or the Lions -1 against the Jets. I hit the over with Buffalo and Dolphins. I hit the Bengals -3.5 against the Buccaneers. Those were my wins. My losses, I lost the Florida State or the Florida +10.5 against Oregon State. I lost the damn money line game against the Raiders with the Patriots with that stupid play. I lost the Eagles -9 against the Bears. I think that only won by 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then another push, which makes 3 pushes for the year with the freaking Chargers
Jim is like salt and pepper, pushing it
Rat.
real good.
I was gonna
Rat.
say just the salt part, salty.
I am salty.
Salty. He's a saltine. All right, and then bringing up the rear this week was me, Muff. I was 3-3, 500 for the week. I lost Florida plus the points versus Oregon State. Win with Dolphins Bills over 42.5. Loss Chiefs to cover 14. I lost the Lions Jets over 44.5. And I ended the week with 2 wins: Bengals to cover 3.5 versus the Bucks, and the Packers to cover 6.5 versus the Rams in Monday Night Football. Which puts me at 3-3, which brings our running best bets records to. I'm still atop at 55, 54, and 2 for a 495 winning percentage. And we have had a change, folks. A change.
Woo!
Alex is now in second place with a 485 winning percentage at 63, 66, and 1 for the football season. And Jim, despite a winning week, falls to last place at 62, 66, and 3 at 473 winning percentage.
Would the push still would have screwed me if it had turned into a win? Like, I still would have been in third place with the push, without the push. Like, if it had hit. Yeah, math man.
I can't do that math. 63
63.
divided by 63, 129, 132. You would be at 477. So yes, you'd still be in
I'd
third
still be in
place.
last. So I can't totally blame the push. All right, that's good.
You could. Well, you remember if the Patriots win, Alex also wins that too.
Right. That's why I was starting to blame just the Chargers, but
I just had a good week, Jim.
yeah, that's fine. I'm more wanting to blame people of my own picks. Like the Eagles, I went rogue on the Eagles that nobody got a hold of. That's on me. So the Chargers and the Eagles. That was the thing.
That was a thing. And our specialty picks for the week, the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week,
Pow.
was a winner. Bengals cover 3.5 versus the Bucks, which brings that record for the season to 7, 8, and 1. In the Neil Brown risky pick of the week,
But
was a loss, bringing it to 7-9 as we got hosed again. Patriots money line versus the Raiders.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I know it does count, but you don't even want it to count.
You don't, but it will.
But yeah, it does.
It does.
I was hoping maybe they'd get my money back for that one, but they didn't.
Nah, not gonna happen. And in the Punisher parlay, Punisher, it is punish it again. As we win 3 of the 5 legs, losing the Patriots money line because we snuck in the Neil Brown risky pick of the week. And I believe my pick of Lions Jets over was the other loss.
I thought for a second Muff might be the only loss. And I was like,
No.
oof.
It was not. We tossed in Neil. Neil was in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have kind of hurt Muff. Would you not say that if we would?
I mean, would it have
If we
hurt?
didn't,
Yes, but it also, I have the best record right now, so it's tough to feel that poorly about one loss.
season, kind of.
Right.
Now, I think if we had even hit the money line, I would not have begrudged Muff on the over there.
Thank you,
Like
Jim.
I think that was a smart pick.
Are you talking about the? Oh, okay. Because it's different whenever Muff picks.
Oh, you know what, Muff?
What?
Since Alex is running his jibber jabs, and I've not attacked him yet since we hit the go button, I owe Alex his flowers. He did what I thought was a rogue pick in the Punisher parlay, taking the Rice Southern Miss game. It hit.
Mhm.
I said if it hit, I would eat my words. Alex, well done on your pick. I take back the rogue pick. You did good.
Thank you, Jim.
There we go.
Let's set the stage for the rest of this episode where Jim will be attacking Alex from here on out.
He's now cleared the air, and now the attacks are back on.
We have a ceasefire, and the ceasefire treaty has been taken back. It's
Yeah.
been crumpled up, thrown in the corner, and lit on fire with a lighter.
Would you have it any other way, Jim Muff?
No, this is normal.
Nice.
All right, so that is last week's best bets. Before we get into this week's discussion, an update on our bowl confidence picks and the bowl pick'em. First in the bowl pick'em, the show is sitting atop them standings.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It's like when we all put our heads together, we're not stupid.
We said that last year too, I think, and then we all of a sudden we got smoked at the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of games left to be played. The show is at 10-2 right now. There's a game going on right now, or will be going. Yeah, it's going on right now.
I think it's going right now.
So the leaderboard is the show and me atop at 10-2.
I think I'm tied for third, and I think Jim's above me. Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, are up 14-0 in the first quarter.
I think we may all have Western Kentucky in this game.
I believe so as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the confidence picks, we all do.
I'm excited.
And I also have them in the bowl thing. So this could be a good day, another good day for us. Even though South Alabama was favored in this game, we will see. So that is the bowl pick'em in the bowl confidence picks competition between myself, Jim, and Alex. As of
the hot sauce.
For the hot sauce. For all the sauce. Right now, and this is all very subject to change, I am on top with 254 points. Jim is in second with 215 points, and Alex is in third with 195 points. Now, this very easily can change in the next week because there's a lot of games, especially after Christmas.
Yeah.
So a lot can happen with this in a day. So this is where we stand now, but this by no means shows that I am in a controlling and commanding lead. Just means that I am there now. So
that's fair.
Yeah. Any thoughts on thus far? I mean, we've been doing well.
I'm excited. I think we're doing good things. Good things.
This is good. It's good. It's a good day. Good day to be better with the sports stuff situation. Now we will get into the college lines for the week. Starting on Thursday with the Armed Forces Bowl. We have Baylor taking on Air Force. Baylor favored by 3.5, over under 43.5.
So the weather for the game, 9 degrees and wind gusting 26 mile an hour wind to 35 mile an hour wind. That should not bode well for Baylor, whose strength is all about throwing that ball. Air Force, on the other side, their strength is running that ball. Indeed. Something to be aware of. I hear nothing about opting out. Obviously, Air Force can't really opt out, can they?
What about an under?
The under is an intriguing thing.
It opened up Monday at 48.5. It has dropped down to 43.5.
Because of the wind, probably, right?
Because everybody knows it's going to be an ugly day. Now, Air Force's pass defense ranks 114th, but going to be a windy day.
All right, this is one of those where you should probably go with Air Force in the under.
The Bears got rid of their defensive coordinator. The Baylor Bears did as well, so they will have a fill in there.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this. I mean, there's going to be a lot of cold coming up in this week's games, especially in the Midwest to East Coast. So the Northeast, be a lot of elements to consider when we're getting into these bets from pretty much today until the middle of next week?
I think I'm leaning towards the over.
The over? You do you,
What do we have? What do we take it at? 43.5. I think that
That's
Air
like
Force,
that's like a 20. They're predicting like a 24-21 game right now.
I kind of feel good about that.
do it, Jim.
Hey, I've been hounding you because you tail our picks. This would be your own because neither of us are on it.
Yeah, and I will not be on it.
I can tell you, I'm gonna do that or I'm gonna take Air Force. I'm leaning.
Okay, this could be your decision.
Yeah.
Moving on to Friday bowl games, we have the Independence Bowl, Houston taking on Louisiana. Houston favored by 7.5, over under 56.5. The Rag and Cagans taking on the Cougars.
I don't have a lot of info on that one.
I looked at Houston in this game, but I don't just because they've won. They're on like a 5 out of the last 7 win streak. I kind of gut choice says Houston over the Rag and Cagans because I want them to lose, so I'm sure that they will win. I'm not going to bet it, but if I had to give advice, I'd say go Houston before I go ULL. The game's in Louisiana, though.
I mean, I'm staying away, but I would go with Alex probably, but 7.5 is a line in favor of Louisiana as the underdog. Jim, any thoughts?
Nobody's opted out. They have a more capable defense and they limit the explosive plays. That is the Rag and Cagans. They have a defense that's the top 50 defense. Houston's defense has been shaky. I'm staying away probably.
Okay.
But it's where's the bowl at? That's another thing.
Louisiana.
Home game. Home game. Does that change anybody's mind?
Nope.
No.
So everybody's still staying away?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, me too.
All right. In the Gasparilla Bowl, Wake Forest taking on Missouri. Wake favored by 1.5, over under 58.5. I am going to take Missouri.
This is where Muff and I will directly differ. I will be taking the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.
I'm going to take the SEC team that has been competitive, taking on the ACC team.
I will take the ACC team as Missouri seems to have more people that have left early for the transfer portal, and it appears that Wake Forest's quarterback will be playing. So I'm going to, in what I would consider a fairly even matchup, I will be taking the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. But I respect Muff's pick for Missouri. I mean, it's plus 1.5, minus 1.5. So
it's a pick 'em for the
yeah, more or less. Yeah. So
Jim, you're gonna be a tiebreaker?
No, I'm out. I am completely out of betting my money on this one.
Okay. In Saturday Bowl action, Christmas Eve, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As the normal Christmas Eve is, you have the late night Hawaii Bowl, late night East Coast, Middle Tennessee State taking on San Diego State. San Diego State favored by 6.5, over under 49.5. I'm staying away.
So I'm going to take Middle Tennessee here. And I'm going to take Middle Tennessee because San Diego State has a bad offense on paper. Middle Tennessee has blown out several teams. All of their wins have come by double digits, but all of their losses have 2. I don't see San Diego State putting up a lot of points. I just gut feeling I'm going to go Middle Tennessee in this one.
You're gonna ride this until it bucks you. These high numbers, aren't you?
Plus 6.5. So they can lose by a field goal. I'm going to take them with the spread there. Plus 6.5, Middle Tennessee State.
If I was going to bet, I'd bet the over.
Hey, Christmas Eve over.
I would not bet I will caution against you, Jim, solely because San Diego State has a great defense and a not great offense. But you do you, boo-boo.
Okay. Getting into post Christmas football. On Monday, we have the Quick Lane Bowl. Bowling Green taking on New Mexico State. Bowling Green favored by 1.5, over under 48.5 points.
I'm
Bowling Green.
not going to touch this game.
Why not?
With my finances, I don't, nothing sticking out to me one way or the other.
Yeah,
I think I took Bowling Green in the bowl pick'em, but as far as picking someone to cover here, nothing jumps out at me to make me want to go one way or the other.
I want nothing to do with this. Get me away, far away. Jim? Is that a no?
I
Staying
would probably
away?
lean towards New Mexico State.
Okay.
A leaner.
Okay. Getting us into Tuesday football in the Camellia Bowl. Buffalo taking on Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern favored by 3.5, over under 66.5. Looking for some points in this game, fellas.
Yeah, I lean Georgia Southern in this game, but won't be taking it. I don't know enough.
Yeah, I'm
I know
staying away.
Georgia Southern's quarterback, I believe, used to be at Buffalo, and has done fairly well, since being at Georgia Southern, and that's the only reason I would go with Georgia Southern, which isn't enough for me.
Fair enough. Jim?
I'm staying away.
Okay, me too. Next on Tuesday football, the First Responder Bowl. Memphis taking on Utah State. Memphis favored by 7.5, over under 60.5 is the line.
Give me Memphis hammer at home.
Memphis, why so confident? Why?
I think Utah has some opt-outs. I think Memphis is
Utah State has opt-outs?
has opt-outs. I think Memphis has more explosion. I think they're going to run the ball down their throats. I just give me Memphis.
Utah State. I wouldn't expect a lot of opt-outs from Utah State.
I think that's what they
I
said.
am going to go in direct opposition of Jim, not for any personal reasons, but I will be taking Utah State plus 7.5. I don't think that, I think it's a close enough game that they can keep it within 7.5.
Alex says touchdown or less. This game will be decided by. I'm staying away. Next, in the Birmingham Bowl, we have Coastal Carolina taking on East Carolina University. East Carolina favored by 8.5, over under 62.5. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go against our guys, Jim, because I believe this is the end of Grayson McCall. Do not believe he's playing in this game, and East Carolina was victorious in the regular season. Give me East Carolina to cover 8.5.
Whew.
Well, the problem is if Grace McCall doesn't play, like we talked about before, I believe they're onto their third string quarterback. So I was tempted to go ECU on this one with the chance that Grayson McCall doesn't play. Is that what weight you're leaning, Muff?
I'm at this point, I'm guaranteeing it.
That Grace McCall
If
doesn't.
if that line is that high, it's because Grayson McCall is not playing.
And if Grayson McCall doesn't play, I would agree with that line. So there's a good chance that might end up in my pile.
In your pile?
Alex,
We're doing it again.
Your pile of bets does not fit in like our graphics, just so you know. It causes our graphic designer some angst and anxiety.
I refuse to modify my end of season strategy for the graphic designers. I will graphic design my own graphic design, and you can see Alex's
graphic design away. Next, last on Tuesday, actually, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Oklahoma State taking on Wisconsin. Wisconsin favored by 3.5, over under 43.5. I am going to
What do you think
hammer
about the over in the Coastal? I'm sorry.
without Coastal being able to contribute as much as I would expect. I'm not.
What I'm reading is McCall's coming.
Yeah, I'm still on ECU.
The Champion Players lost the Sun Belt game to Troy, 47-7.
McCall said in his social media post he will play in the bowl game.
Okay. Well, I'm still staying away from him because he's one play away from being out.
What about the over?
Okay, it's up to you, buddy.
Does that affect your opinion on the over?
Yeah, a little bit, but not enough for me to want to go either way with it.
All right. I'm gonna hide from that one then.
Better way.
You got me nervous on him.
Wisconsin minus 3.5 over under 43.5 taking on Oklahoma State. I'm gonna hammer Wisconsin home to cover.
I was thinking about Oklahoma State, but I think I'm going to take them off my pile.
Take
I'm
them off.
with.
Take them off the amoebas pile.
I don't have really an amoebas pile this week.
Jim?
I'm with Muff. Hammer at home.
Hammer it home. And that takes us to the end of the college lines for the week.
What?
No,
We got a whole Wednesday run.
Oh, I didn't go through Wednesday.
no.
Oh, we have Wednesday games. In the Military Bowl, Duke taking on Central Florida. Duke favored by 3.5 over under 62.5.
Give me Duke. UCF is pouring out players. Give me Duke. Hammer it home.
Yeah, give me Duke as well. I've been on Duke all season, and I think I will ride them to the end.
I'm staying away.
Muff, I think
Jim and
you're
I
missing
together.
it.
Jim and I together on this one.
Like, I might call in Muffnack and say, put some more units down.
You better make some additional,
Contributions to Muffnack. I understand.
even to get through your normal slate, may require additional.
I understand.
Next in Wednesday Bowl action, we have the Liberty Bowl. Liberty. Arkansas taking on Kansas. Arkansas minus 3 over under 68.5.
I lean Kansas. Arkansas's got some players out.
So if Kansas wins this game, it will be the first time that they have beaten SEC
Why are you
team
gonna fucking ruin it?
since 1985.
Why do you have to ruin it? Like, I was actually gonna hard roll a Big 12 team,
I'm not. I'm saying,
and
you
then you
know,
gotta put that Juju beans on there, and now I just
then don't do it if you don't want to. But it doesn't change the
but
fact
I
that
was good, and then you put Juju on
it
it.
doesn't change the fact that it's a fact. If Kansas wins this game, it'll be the first time they've beaten an SEC team since 1985. Now, from 1985 to 1988, they did not play any SEC teams.
You took it and you ruined it.
That's fine. You can say I ruined it if you want to. I'm still on the Kansas Jayhawks. I think this is their
Rock Chalk
stamp.
Jayhawk.
I think this is the stamp of Kansas on the end of a good season.
Alex, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Just because y'all call me out, what's your totem tonight?
Yeah.
My token?
Yeah.
It's my backward WV Brown hat. That's what it was last week.
Oh, he hit, so let him ride.
That's why I did the ka-chow. I stuck with very consistent.
Nothing has deviated. All right. In the Holiday Bowl, we have Oregon taking on North Carolina. Oregon favored by 14.5, over under 73.5. We got Bo Nix. We have Drake May. We have two high-powered offenses.
I don't trust Oregon to cover.
I don't trust Oregon to cover either.
This is a fanboy pick. I'm taking the over 73.5 in this game.
I would lean that way. I agree with you.
I'm just hoping for buckets of points.
It would be fun.
And I'm going to be on board with fun for this one.
Okay. That's fair.
I don't know if I have
that.
enough money in my Muffnack pool to go that way. I think that's a smart lean though.
Okay. That takes us to the last game.
Jesus,
discussion.
I just looked at my receipt with Muffnack. I feel good. Good night, nurse.
We have the Texas Bowl. Texas Tech taking on Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 3.5 over under 69.5. I'm staying away.
Would love to say I think Texas Tech is going to win this one. I don't think they do. I hope they do. I'm not going to put my money anywhere near this. Ole Miss was kind of on a downslide, but then Lane Kiffin committed.
Not betting it. Stay away. I don't know. I can't remember what exactly it was, but stay away from it. I did recon. I'm thinking my mind's juggled because I saw what I owe Muffnack. But stay away.
Muffnack has not updated you for the week yet.
Woo! Poor Muffnack wants to break my knees.
I agree. I'm going to stay away. Ole Miss
Which is hard for me, by the way.
Ole Miss was on a downturn a little bit until Lane Kiffin committed to staying with them. I think they have a chance to come back strong with that, with a little bit of rejuvenation. But Texas Tech has been a team all year that's kind of caught teams on their heels. I'm just going to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
End of conversation.
And end of discussion. All right, that takes us out of the college world and into the men's league, the NFL, which starts with Thursday night football. Jags at Jets.
Are we even going to talk about this game?
It's happening. Jets minus 1.5 over to 37.5. Fade Thursday. Fade Thursday. Fade Thursday.
I know fade Thursday, but do you know how bad I want to take the Jets in this game?
That you would take the Jets.
Yeah,
I feel like the Jags.
It's at the Jets, and I think the Jets need a win. But we're fading Thursday. I'm with you guys on this one. We're fading Thursday.
I would take the Jags. I think Muff was shocked by your Jets comment, and I think that proves why we don't take Thursday game.
Exactly.
And
plus, I will be watching it tomorrow with maybe a same game parlay, but I will not.
Let's also remember that this is Thursday night, and this is when I think weather is starting to move into the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why the over-under is at 37.5, probably.
This could be a 10-7 game. Or depending on when the weather comes in, this could be, a 28-24 game. I have no idea. Fade Thursday. And in the very odd situation we have going into this week, we have the slew of games on Saturday.
So stupid.
Why? It's Christmas.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Thank you for checking me.
I mean, I'm being serious. I would rather.
No, so do I. I
Okay.
appreciate the check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the slew of games on Saturday. In the early games on Saturday, we have Falcons at Ravens. Ravens minus 7.5 over under 35.5. Again, another game that is going to be plagued by cold weather.
Yeah, that could be a 7-10 game as well.
This is going to be a frozen bowl with Tyler Huntley still at quarterback, correct?
Yeah. This could be a low scoring. I might take the under even if it was good weather. But
I'm not betting a Ravens game again for the rest of the year.
Jim is staying away from the Ravens for good reason at this point. Next, we have the Lions at the Panthers. Lions favored by 2.5 over under 43.5.
I will base my decision on what Alex says.
This is where I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in on the Lions.
Gentlemen, I've finally been sold. I don't know if I've been on a Lions pick with y'all yet. This is me taking the Lions to cover.
Oh, buddy.
I'm just saying that if for some reason they don't cover this week, you're not allowed to take the Lions anymore.
That's fair.
We'll kick you off the wagon.
It's fine.
All right.
Jim's in.
Let's go.
I like it.
Let's ride.
Let's go.
All right. Next, we have the Seahawks taking on the Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 10 over under 48.5. I mean, I'm be real honest. I want in my heart of hearts to take the Chiefs to cover, but every time I've done that, I've lost.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it.
I'm staying away. Jim, any thoughts? No? Next, we have the Saints at the Browns. Browns minus 2.5 over under 32.5. Again, another game that should be a cold, frigid, windy day.
Of all the games, I think this will be the coldest.
And that's the only reason I'm staying away, because I want to jump on the Saints here to beat the Browns. But I think the Browns have that running game, and in a cold weather game like this, I'm staying away.
Hey, do that magic where you guys split up how many points each team should have.
This game, 17-14-ish.
Would you take the under? Or would you take the over? Which way would you lean?
If I were to lean in this game, I would lean the under.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's going to be so damn cold. You guys have been up there, right? Like when it's cold up there on the
I have
been.
On the lake. I've been to a Steelers-Browns game, and it was a cold day.
Oh, so frigid up there.
It's not my most favorite time to be alive.
I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up there during a icy mistake, and oh my god,
icy mistake,
so bad.
Mistake by the lake,
so bad.
All right, next in Saturday action, we have the Texans at the Titans. Titans favored by 3.5 over under 35.5 points. Staying away.
I will not put my money on it. I like the Texans.
That would be the better trend in this one.
Yeah, but I'm with Jim. I don't disagree with Jim, but I will not be putting money on this game.
If I remember some stat lines correct, Derrick Henry owns the Texans. Absolutely owns them.
I don't think that bothers me.
Okay, that's fine. Next we have the Bengals at the Patriots. Bengals -3 over under 41.5. Hop aboard, choo. The Bengals train. Give me the Bengals to cover.
This is when I will admit that I am tailing Muff because I was in the air about whether I wanted to jump on the Bengals train or not, and I saw Muff was, so I will also be jumping on the Bengals train.
The only thing I did as far as tailing was I looked and said, "Oh, Muff's betting the Bengals." That's right. I need to bet the Bengals this week because I'm betting them the whole way out this season.
It's not a bad strategy at the moment. We're all on it. Giants at Vikings. Vikings -3.5 over under 47.5. Give me the Vikings this time, not in heart attack fashion, not cardiac situation. Give me the Vikings easily in this one against a Giants team that has been very streaky and has been down more than it had been up recently.
I don't think my heart can take it, and I can't count the Giants out yet.
Yeah, I'm with Jim.
It's Christmas Eve. I need good vibes.
Okay.
I don't need to lose that game. What's that?
I like Muff's next pick better. Was the one that was hard for me to stay away from.
Oh,
the last game of the early slate on Sunday, Bills at Bears. Bears -6.5 over under 40.5. I am on and hammering the over in this game. The Bills are going to put up points. They're going to find a way, and the Bears are going to be able to make it work against the Bills. The Bills defense has been down more so than up, especially since Von Miller's been out. I see Justin Fields finding ways to manufacture points in this game.
Do you know what the weather's going to be like?
At Chicago, so the weather should be, for them, it's going to be cold. Like, don't
11 degrees.
Yeah.
As the high.
Mm-hmm.
The low is 2. 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Still okay with it. Josh Allen has a rocket for an arm, and we already know that the Bears don't necessarily get their jaws off throwing the ball.
So Fields is going to run.
And Montgomery. They've got options in the backfield.
I'm with Muff. I'm not going to take it just because I have a big slate already, but if I did not, I would jump on it.
These are also two teams that are built for the cold, right? The Bills are already, because they're just used to it, and the Bears the same way.
So let me ask you, like, if I was Nostradamus for a second, I said, Muff, Mr. Fields will get hurt in the first quarter. Are you still going to bet the over?
No. If you're going to tell me Justin Fields is going to be hurt, then I'm probably going to back off of it.
Justin Fields gets hurt in the second quarter.
I have no idea.
Probably still bet the over?
Probably still staying away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not betting it. I think Fields gets hurt in this one.
It's a weird prediction, but
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's frozen. I think they're going to rely on him too hard. I think he's going to get beat up and go down.
All right.
Hey, it's within the realm of possibility. I won't say it's not.
What's he playing for?
I don't know, to continue to be the starting quarterback for the Bears.
He takes a hit. He's like, I've pulled something.
Listen,
put me in my warm jacket on the heater on the bench.
Well, that's because he's an Ohio State player. He does not want. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to gut it out.
That's fine.
He's not willing to gut it out.
That's Marvin Harrison. He's going to California. He ain't stupid.
Marvin Harrison. What's going on with Mr. Slant? What's he doing now? I think he's had a big toe injury all year.
Probably.
In the late games on Saturday, we got the Commanders at the 49ers. 49ers -7 over under 37.5.
I like the over here.
I don't think that's a terrible thought.
No, it's not. I was leaning towards the 49ers.
I like that too.
But I think I'm just going to stay off it.
Yeah, this is one of those. If the Commanders cover, it goes over. If the 49ers cover, it stays under.
I've been on fantasy riding the Washington defense, and then they've treated me well. But this is the one time where I'm like, should I go somewhere else?
It's definitely worth considering against the 49ers. That's all I'm going to say.
It's playoff season. Like, ugh. Because Purdy's a good dude. He's been hurting people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's been making things happen. In the last game, Saturday afternoon, Eagles at Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 4.5 over under 47.5. Jalen Hurts questionable in this game.
This is where I say
This is where I say stay away. There's too many unknowns.
You want to bet the boys?
Eagles plus 4.5.
Even if Jalen Hurts is not
Yes.
playing.
Yes.
It's in Dallas.
Yes.
Alex, I don't often say this. I think this is an ill-advised choice.
I'm just kidding. I kind of forgot about Jalen Hurts, to be honest. No, I'm not on that one.
Who's their backup quarterback, Alex?
Yeah, that's why I said I was just kidding. I forgot
Okay.
Jalen. I forgot about Jalen Hurts' injury until you mentioned that. I was
Okay.
like, yeah, duh, the Eagles. I should have thought about why is the Eagles?
Why are the Eagles not favored in this game as they lost the team in the league against the Cowboys?
Yes.
The only thing about this is like, what is each team playing for? Eagles are in, right?
Yes, the Eagles are in.
Cowboys are playing to get in, or are they in too?
Cowboys are pretty much in. They're playing for seeding. The Eagles are playing to keep their number one seed, which is a big deal.
But even if they lose, aren't they still number one?
They are still winning their division, and they're still number one in the NFC. I just forget who the closest team is to them. Being honest, I just don't remember. It might be the Cowboys.
I'm staying out of this one.
Yeah. Staying away. Saturday night, Christmas Eve night football. Raiders at Steelers. Steelers minus 2.5 over under 39. Kenny Pickett, I believe, is expected to start in a cold Pittsburgh night.
The under looks good here. But yeah, I just want to watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah, let me tell you what I'm concerned about in this game as a Steelers fan is Darren Waller's back.
Yes.
And Devontae Adams could explode in this game. The Steelers' corners are gettable, and the linebacking core for the Steelers is also gettable by a good tight end. I'm worried about this game for the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away.
I like the Steelers here. Like, even what you guys said, I still like the Steelers here.
But here's the thing: we just talked it down, and then I feel like Jim's gonna bet the Steelers, and the Steelers are not gonna cover. And he's like, "This is why I hate the Steelers."
No, I would be betting on my I bet on my at my own risk. I understand what I'm doing, but I think there's the heartfelt vibe for me that like Steelers, Christmas time, cold weather.
Well, the emotional tie to this game, right, is Franco Harris.
Yes.
Franco Harris, who passed away on Wednesday morning. This was it is going to still be the celebration of the Immaculate Reception. Right. So that is all tied into this. So there is an emotional edge for the Steelers in this game.
Come on. This is the NFL, baby. Put the money on the Steelers then.
You're saying this is rigged for the Steelers to win?
Put the money on the Steelers. I'm going to do it. In fact, I'm hammering it home. Hammer that one in.
I don't know why you bleeped yourself. You've already said it once.
Put it in. Put it in.
Okay. Jim's in. Sunday. Yeah. Christmas Day football. In the 1:00 game, we have the Packers at the Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 3.5 over under 49.5. Stay away.
The Dolphins game, yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Sunday, Christmas Day afternoon action. Broncos at Rams. Broncos minus 2.5 over under 36.5. I'm also staying far away from this.
Alex, what are you doing
on this one? If anything, I'm staying away. I think this is the lesser of two evils. I think they both suck ass. I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna touch it. I think it's asinine that this is a Christmas Day game. To be honest, that's where I'm at.
People,
Okay.
right? This was supposed to be potentially
Yes, I
a
know.
marquee matchup.
I know.
Unfortunately, neither of those quarterbacks are playing.
Even when they were.
Right. And Sunday night, Christmas night football, we have the Bucks at the Cardinals. Bucks minus 7.5 over 39.5. Cardinals trotting out Trace McSorley in this game, third string quarterback for the Cardinals. Penn State grad.
Nah.
Nope.
I'm still staying away.
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows what Bucks team's going to show up?
Exactly. If I knew that the Bucks were going to come out and be like their top seat, ability, I would be like all over them. But
How do we feel about Thursday college games?
We're talking about
those
the
don't
NFL.
count.
I'll wait till the end then.
No, those don't count
Thank you.
for the Fade Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, we fade NFL Thursday.
Okay.
Because it's a short week. In Monday night football, we have the Chargers taking on the Colts. Chargers favored by 4.5 over under 45.5.
I like the Colts.
The Colts, I believe, have benched Matt Ryan again.
Yeah, I like the Colts.
Muff.
Listen, the Colts are too volatile of a team right now.
I don't think that I think that the Colts don't lose by more than a field goal.
I would lean Chargers.
I think if the Chargers win, it's a back and forth, and they went on like a last second field goal.
Before anybody calls it a spike pick, I have it. I'll share the document. I was leaning Chargers.
Okay, that's fair. They're your team. I'm gonna my Colts.
I'm betting the Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah. That brings us to the end of the NFL slate, which brings us to our best bets. We'll start in the same order that we did to get our best bets records for last week, which means we're going to start with Alex.
Which I only have one more pick than Muff, I'd like to say. So my pile wasn't quite a pile this week.
I thought you had way more adding up there.
No, it felt like it, but
I guess you stayed low key in the NFL.
Yeah, I did, and I took the Eagles game out too. So I had 10, but I took it out. So we're gonna go 9. I will take Wake Forest minus 1.5 versus Missouri. I will take Middle Tennessee State plus 6.5 versus San Diego State. I will take Utah State plus 7.5 versus Memphis. ECU minus 8.5 versus Coastal Carolina. Duke minus 3.5 versus UCF. Kansas plus 3 versus Arkansas. I will take the Lions minus 2.5 at the Panthers. The Bengals minus 3 at the Patriots, and the Colts plus 4.5 versus the Chargers.
Okay. Alex with a total of 9 bets.
9 bets. It's the same as Jim, I'm pretty sure. So,
Jim, you're next.
I am taking the over in the Air Force Baylor game. I am taking Memphis minus 7 against Utah State. Wisconsin minus 3 against Oklahoma State. Duke minus 3.5 against UCF. Kansas plus 3 against Arkansas. The Lions minus 2.5 against the Panthers. The Bengals minus 3 against the Patriots. The Steelers minus 2.5 against the Raiders, and the Chargers minus 4.5 against the Colts.
Okay, and I will be going chronologically on Friday action. I'm going to take Missouri plus the points 1.5 against Wake Forest in the Gasparilla Bowl. And Saturday NFL football, I'm going to take the Lions to cover 2.5 versus the Panthers, the Bengals to cover 3 against the Patriots, and the Vikings to cover 3.5 versus the Giants, ending with Bills, Bears over 40.5. Getting into college football on Tuesday in the Birmingham Bowl, I'm going to take ECU to cover 8.5 versus Coastal Carolina. And in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, I'm going to take Wisconsin to cover 3.5 versus Oklahoma State. Which brings us to our specialty picks. First, a decision for the Mike Allstott Hit Stick Pick of the Week.
Pow. Lions. Or Bengals.
Lions. Just so we can say we did.
Yeah.
Lions minus 2.5.
Yep.
At the Panthers it is. And the Neil Brown Risky Pick of the Week.
Wait. I got Punisher. I got all the picks and I ran them together.
And the world just happened in your mind. You just went rogue.
I did.
You just made a goof, sir.
Shit. I don't know what we do.
I have Kansas.
Missouri doesn't work because that's in direct conflict with an Alex bet.
I wouldn't let that happen anyway.
Kansas.
No, Missouri, I think Jim was speaking to.
Yeah.
But Kansas isn't a bad pick.
I was trying to see if there's any other like borderline picks that we were considering.
Texans.
Probably mostly in the NFL, I would imagine is where this is going to come from.
Texans at Titans. The Saints over the Browns.
We
Jags over Jets on Thursday.
No. I mean, that would be the risky of risky to not fade Thursday for the risky pick of the week.
And go with the Jags. I'd be willing to do it.
That'd be
As long
hilarious.
as I don't gotta put money into it, let's do it.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that's worth discussing.
Let's change the name to like Santa's risky pick.
Santa's risky pick. Oh.
I can get on board with it.
Yeah, I can do it. It gives us something to watch tomorrow.
Jags money line versus the Jets in the Neil Brown risky pick of the week.
Oh. Whatever noise we're making now.
Sure, you too. All right, which brings us to the Punisher parlay.
Punisher. What's going in this one?
So, all stock goes in as a winner. You and Alex have picks, and I've been punished unless we're just going totally rogue with this for the rest of the year.
And doing all 5 again?
I don't care what we do. I don't think we should do all 5.
No,
but I will leave it to the two of you and how we
let Muff back in, basically.
How we punish people.
I think we should still have the Punisher, and we're punishing the risky pick.
And Muff?
No, we just punish the risky pick. We're cutting him out.
Okay, so Muff's back.
Yeah,
I've escaped from the island.
I'm putting Duke in.
All right.
What is that game, Jim?
Duke versus UCF. Duke minus 3.5.
All right. I am going to put in the Bungles minus 3 at the Patriots.
Lord, we could hit this. We could hit this.
I will be looking at I'm gonna ride this one until it bucks me. Vikings to cover 3.5 versus Giants.
I don't hate that.
Makes one of us.
I thought you were going to take ECU, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. This is a better pick than that.
I mean, we can go back and I could take like the Bills Bears over.
I mean, that's not bad. I don't mind that one.
You're the one that was talking about.
I like the
29-hour
Vikings
wins.
better. To be honest, I like the Vikings better.
All right, so the Punisher parlay is the Lions minus 2.5 at the Panthers. Duke minus 3.5 versus UCF. Bengals to cover 3 at the Patriots, and the Vikings to cover 3.5 hosting the Giants. Hopefully, we can get one of these. Just looking for one.
I think we can do it. This is it.
Just looking for one. All right, that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Sports Stuff Betting Stuff. A little public service announcement. We will be having this show again next week. We will have no Christmas episode of the regular show, so we'll only be coming back with betting tips, tricks, hints, and ways to increase that bankroll. So rejoin us. Hope everyone has a great Christmas, enjoys the time with friends, family, and their loved ones, and makes it all worth it, because you need to get on board with this train, because when you do, choo-choo, you back the Brinks truck all the way up to your house. And once that gets there, you can do all the great things, because Lizzo tells us
It's about damn time.
You two may be the worst for this. The absolute worst. Say it again.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
It's about damn time.